FM 88.1 WHPR. Highland Park.
Turbulence.
We run Detroit radio.
What's the deal, y'all? You already know you are tuned in with the Plug Radio. It is 88.1 FM. What's up, Keys?
What's going on?
Nothing much. How you today?
I'm good. How you
That's
be?
good. It's good. I had a long day, but it got shorter quick. So I'm fine now.
I feel it.
I'm fine now.
She just walked in the door barking orders. I ain't getting no hug, nothing. Just hit my pizza up. I said, damn, okay, all right. Alrighty.
Right.
No problem.
Right. I'm sorry.
Damn.
I'm so sorry. How was your day, Bess?
I had a good day. Today. What did I do today? I ain't do a whole lot. I only had like one show.
Okay.
So yeah, I didn't burn up. I burned up a little bit because it's
Yeah.
fun to go pick her up, but
That's good.
I'm straight though.
Man, shout out to the crackheads.
Okay. Why?
I don't know how y'all can do it. Something, a part of me in summer would just make me want to get my shit together. But this shit right here, I can't do. Even when you having a job, it's so hot at the fucking warehouse.
I'm sure it is.
It's so hot. It's so hot. But 90 degrees,
Yeah.
the first day of summer ain't even happened yet.
Not for real.
Rough number one. And then with the rain this morning, it made it like more humid. That shit was terrible. I'm not even gonna lie. I like it warm. I don't like it hot as fuck.
Right.
Like I like autumn. And I would say that I like spring, but spring ain't never been like this.
No, it hasn't.
90 degrees in fucking spring?
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all got me messed up.
It would it be that global warming in there?
Oh, I know. I've been saying this for years. But I ain't fucking with it. Y'all need to find y'all somebody else to play with. It's 90 degrees on a motherfucking Thursday. It's crazy. And early June. Literally. This like the second week of June. So, I'm just skeptical because if our summer is anything extra, we gonna have 80 and 90 degree weather every day. Nobody got time for that. I'm be in the pool every day. I promise you.
I understand.
Just give it to me, Lord. What'd you eat today, Keith?
I ain't had nothing to eat just yet. I had some snacks, but I ain't had time to eat anything just yet.
Yeah. It's me and my pizza. Cause
You don't even like pizza.
I know, right? But sis had pizza. And she was like, this is all I got. Just bring it. Because I don't got time to order shit. I ain't got time to make shit. So, got off work. First of all, let me tell you. So, I went to my niece's prom send-off. And I left work late. Even on top of me already supposed to be leaving early. Called Uber. This bitch, like, the pen dropped. But she didn't follow the address. She went to the pen. So, the pen was in, like, part of the warehouse. So, it sent her to the warehouse. Cause, like, behind us. So, basically, I sent her the address. Says, this the address that's on the file, basically. And it was. And she was like, well, I don't know how to get there. Bitch, all you have to do is type in your fucking GPS. If you're not in Lyft GPS, they have their own GPS. You can Google in your own at GPS. So she was just being lazy. She asked me to cancel. I'm like, bro.
Asking you to cancel is funny.
Right. She was literally 1 minute away. She was like, I don't know how to get there. And I'm like, send her the address. And by this is where I'm at. So, well, they got me here, this, and that. So she like, well, can you cancel? I'm like, bitch, no. You 1 minute away. Like, you literally a block over. But it's train tracks. And then that plan is, like, higher, too. So it's like, it's not like I can just walk across the street or nothing like that.
Right.
Like, it's literally a train tracks, and like I said, I got to go higher. Walk up a damn near hill. So it's like it was impossible. So she ended up canceling, but she waited the 5 minutes, which is like the 5 minutes grace period once they pull up to the location. So I'm sitting here telling her, like, that's not where I am. So I sent her the damn, location, everything. She just didn't want to come around. Then the bitch asked me, could I walk? I'm telling her, like, it's a whole train track and this and that. She's like, well, can you cancel? I'm like, bitch, no, because you're basically already here. If you was, like, still en route, they probably wouldn't charge me. But you, like, literally out across the street. They gonna charge you because you came this far. So my next Uber ended up being, like, 15 minutes away. I had to wait on him. Thankfully, they left later. So, yeah, I wasn't late. But, I was late. I didn't see them walk out and shit, but they weren't gone.
Right.
So I was thankful. But yeah.
I get it. Why the fuck do you eat pizza like this? What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm supposed to eat it.
You supposed to put the pizza in your mouth and chew it. You up here breaking pieces off of it like it's a piece of chicken. What the I just listened to you talk looking like, what the fuck is she doing? Oh, this is irking my nerves.
That's how you chicken sometimes.
If I know that's how you eat chicken, because that's how you eat chicken. If it was hot, you wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, if it was super hot. It's still warm.
I know, I didn't want it to be real crazy hot. I know you don't like pizza like that.
It's good, though.
Y'all see this shit she's doing? I don't
I'm just
understand.
hungry.
I understand. I feel it.
All right, so, I really don't even know where to start. I'm not even gonna cap. It's like so much.
All I know is, ladies, don't have you no broke ass nigga. That's facts.
So Michael Rainey was sexual assaulted
Uh-huh.
by his friends. Well, associate, I say. By his associate's sister.
I don't know if you know that nigga like that. He was assaulted while he was a guest on the show.
50 Cent put out a statement. Basically saying that nigga wasn't assaulted. The friend or the guy who had him on his show, he apologized. He also said whatever steps he chose to take, from this he was backing it, because of the simple fact that he keeps it regular. So, for that reason, he don't feel like his sister should act like that. And he was very disappointed.
When he said that, that's not the first thing he said.
That's the first thing I seen.
Okay, because I remember him saying something like, oh, she don't pay her no mind. She not used to seeing celebrities and all this other stuff.
He did say that in the interview, but he also said they're the same people. And they regular. And he said, like, basically, him being on the status that he is, like, Michael Rainey is on the same status.
As who?
Him.
No.
Of course not. But he was just saying, like, treat all people the same.
No.
Okay.
No. That's not how the world works.
I totally agree. But at the end of the day, people do what they want. And I feel like that's why they was in that situation. But one, that's his little sister. So, looking at him, he don't seem like he that old. So that's a problem for me. Because you young as hell going for dick, that's not cute.
I mean, it is what it is. She black. That's what she do. But it's the fact that you on camera. Even did you see the clip? Even the hose was uncomfortable. Did you see how the hose face was? The ones that was there for that? They was uncomfortable. I'm like, oh, come on now. When you making the hose uncomfortable, you doing a lot.
I mean, when I see the video, she was very aggressive. He was very aggressive. And looking at him in his eyes when he wasn't even trying to look him in the face. Like, you were trying to make eye contact and you were doing a little bit much. I'm be real, but um, and he's a respectful man too. So he didn't overreact as he could have because in a reflex he could have pushed you, he could have punched you, he could have did a lot of shit, you know. So with that being said, it's just like you got to be careful because a lot of men
Don't like
Like-
minors touching them.
no, I was gonna say a lot of men, yeah, over criticized for shit. And with that being said, sometimes it has to do with age, sometimes it has to do with the statute or what's going on and things like that. But a lot of times, women do not get held accountable for what they do. And I feel like this was one of them instances. Because of some fact, like he said, if I was me on the damn, and I grabbed a girl like that,
You're done.
and there'd be so many different consequences. So, I could say didn't know how to handle it for one because that girl was probably younger than him. But
Absolutely was younger than him. Yes.
but not only that, it's just like you never dealing with something like that. You don't know how to approach it. But not only that, it's like at the end of the day, like I said, him being on that show, he looked at it as a different aspect. So when you come in there, you off guard on some shit, and some shit blindside you, you don't really know how to react. That can happen. And I feel like that was that situation.
I agree.
Honestly.
It might be a little hard for him to get anybody else to come on there that he don't already know.
Absolutely. Especially as a male. Our females out in there. His sister might like them too.
That's possible.
But the thing is, when you are dealing with a celebrity, if they your sister, spouse, whatever, of course they have certain type of pull. You get me? So, therefore, you might ask them to do certain things. Give me this concert. Give me backstage, whatever, never. But it's like at the end of the day, when they do give you the respect enough to get you back there, you know, or go above and beyond to make sure that you are seen or give you that royal treatment, I feel like you should have the same respect enough to represent them in public. Because a lot of y'all basically ask for a favor, and then it's like y'all embarrass a motherfucker. And that's not good because at the end of the day, if I invite you somewhere or I get you free passes to something or anything like that, you know, you still representation of me. You know. So, especially with you being there together, it's like if your game ain't together and your shit not together, I don't want to be sitting next to you. I don't want to be known to being with you. And some of y'all fail to realize that, like, even the shit y'all would do on a day-to-day basis by yourself, like, I get you might not give a fuck about your appearance or you might not care about how you smell and this and that. But, bitch, when you out with me, you need to care. Otherwise, you're not going to go. So, therefore, it's like I said, I feel like a lot of people like that shit because of some fact that they just don't give a fuck. And two, because of the simple fact that they have people around them or family and sometimes siblings and sometimes friends even. But it's like they allow you to be around however you are. And granted, God do say love the person how they is, but if you just giving up, you just don't care, versus that's just the person that you is. It's like if you was eventually a person that was dressing up and you was this and you was that, and you gave up, that's different than you just being that type of person. Or you not ever having that in you. You know?
What he supposed to do? He at his mama house. You can't tell his sister not to come in his room. I mean, he could try to, but
Technically, yeah. But I know some mamas that be like, you don't own this, you know? And then they that's their house. So, just being real.
I mean, I get it. But he probably make more money than everybody in that house.
I
Streaming.
could.
I would think so. I think he's one of them more successful streamers.
I could.
To have that nigga on there, he's got to be. I don't think you just know him. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
But, you know.
But
It
the
is what
thing
it is.
is, some of them live with their parents and they're still going to put their foot down. So just because you're making money and this and that, X, Y, Z, your mama can still call shots.
Mm,
But seeing how a lot of niggas depend on their parents, he might not know the steps to move out and this, Y, Z, so she can know that and just be, you know, harboring him.
I mean, what's it to know?
I mean, you can call him a apartment complex, but I done seen it happen to plenty of times. Motherfuckers don't know they supposed to put GT in their name. And motherfuckers ain't supposed to know that however long the lease is, you sign an agreement, things like that. Niggas don't know about security deposits sometimes. There's a lot of stuff. And like, yeah, you smart. I'm smart. And it's a handful of us that's smart. Yes, absolutely. But it's a lot of people literally that do not know this shit. I'm being for real. I'm not even being sarcastic, not being funny, none of that. But, like, it's a lot of people that don't know. And you talk about some shit with them, and they're like, what the fuck is you talking about? Because they literally don't know. What people our age, honestly, from 21 to, like, 30, there's a lot of people that don't know about health insurance. There's a lot of people that don't know about life insurance. There's a lot of people that don't know about renter's insurance. Shit like that. Like, people don't know, even if you own an apartment, you can still have insurance on the things that's in your apartment, even if you don't own it. Because of the simple fact, things can happen. A motherfucker across the street from you or, you know, across the hall from you can have a fucking house fire and it be so severe that it take the whole complex. And you gonna get down for your shit because you ain't got no insurance on what the fuck was in there.
Yeah.
But people don't understand that. So that's what I mean when I say that people can still be illiterate to a certain extent. Y'all gotta teach y'all's kids and understand though.
Yeah. I don't think nothing's going to happen with that situation, though. I'd just be, if I'm a nigga, I'd be mindful going there. Because that could possibly happen again. So, you know, again, because, like, can't, like, how's he supposed to control that?
Right.
But, yeah, I don't think it's nothing serious to where, and this gonna sound crazy, necessarily they gotta press charges or nothing like that.
Right.
But, yeah, Tariq's at that, I know his real name, but I don't like his name. Tariq is at that stage where, like, he don't gotta press charges. Like, his team could press charges.
Yeah.
Without him even okaying anything, for real.
Absolutely.
So, you know, you gotta be careful with stuff like that.
Yeah. Alright, y'all, we going to a quick music break. Do not go anywhere. It's the Plug Radio. Yo, what's the deal? You already know we are tuned in with the Plug Radio. What's up, Keith?
Was it?
Alright. So, Enchanting passed away.
She did. Rest in peace.
Drug with the draws, actually.
What was it from?
It was a drug with the draws.
That's crazy.
I didn't actually know none of her music. I wasn't aware of her as an artist. But I did see a lot of people post her, so I felt like it was necessary to speak. Keys, did you know any of her songs?
I knew a couple freestyles. She's on. She was signed to Gucci Mane.
Yeah, I heard that.
The new 1017.
Okay.
I heard a couple songs. She's one of them deep voice girls where like her voice is deeper than what you thought it would be.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she had a good little A nice little unique style.
Well, a shout out to you, baby girl. You got your wings, rest in heaven. And, sad occasion,
That
It's like
nigga has lost every artist he signed.
Hey, a lot of people were saying, they was coming at him, and Keisha K. had made a couple tweets, and she said leave her baby daddy alone, in so many words, and amongst other things, but we all know that Gucci Man has lost damn near, 40-50% of the artists that he has been managing. So
These niggas actually made a list. The original members of the new 1017, Pooh Shiesty currently locked up. K Shide, he got dropped. Roll Boy, he got dropped. Big Scar passed away. Fujiano's locked up, and then Enchanting passed away. So yeah, that's unfortunate, man.
So the fans are still curious as to what's going on with JT and Young Miami after they were listed as individual artists on Camila Cabello's upcoming project. But I'ma just say this, like, come on now, it's been months. Be fucking for real. If y'all don't know, the motherfuckers is not the City Girls no more. It's JT and it's Young Miami. Get with it or get the fuck lost. Okay? We're over it. I'm over it. They over it. I'm pretty fucking sure.
I'd fix that if I was y'all. I ain't gonna lie.
I would too, because it's only going to be one in that instance. And it's not going to be like successfully, but it's like if you had to choose one type shit, if you get what I mean.
Probably Carisha.
I'm just saying.
Probably. Not even like on the artist thing, but just like at a more successful thing, because she got something going outside of music.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Not saying she's good or bad. I don't know how people are gonna take to JT by herself.
I'm gonna just be real. JT has been promoting herself single for a couple months now. But being that, it's just like she's been catching a lot of backlash. Because not only one, the way she talks to her fans, and the way she talk about Young Miami. It's like, at the end of the day, you guys were partners at a point in time. So, you can't just act like that never existed. If that was your enemy or something like that, then that's different. But certain stuff that you just can't say and you can't do.
Right.
But like I said, not only that, I feel like mainly it was a turnaround and shit like that, but I feel like she put herself on a higher pedestal than what is expected. Like JT gives a background for me. She's not a main character. So when you put yourself in that position, I do understand, because of the simple fact, you are you. So you're supposed to root for yourself. But I'm not about to be overly doing too much. And put myself in battles that's unnecessary, if that makes sense.
They do, yeah.
Like, she preventing unnecessary beef and trying to prove unnecessary points to the public. And not only that, it's like, even with her fans and going to shows and stuff like that, it's like the feedback that she's been getting, the crowd participation, on top of other things, it's like you rapping a lot of old shit. It's not really the same, But not only that, a lot of people don't know the new shit. So that's one thing. Then it's like, I don't know, she on her Nicki status. Like, you being disrespectful to motherfuckers that's showing you love. But when you do shit like that, it just don't make a motherfucker want to spend their hard-earned money to come see you in no show. Especially when you done did it in the last city, it's like, the next city ain't gonna be like that.
Hey, you guys.
And you got some people that's dumb.
Hey, you guys.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, That's just being real. Like, I'm just being real. Like, at the end of the, it's some people that's like, they just overly want to be a part of something, so they would go regardless, they will support regardless, and things of that nature. But it's like, if somebody is not respected, even as a customer, I'm not going to spend my money with you if you're not doing what's necessary to make me feel comfortable, wanted as a customer, or just willing to spend my hard-earned money. So, the same way that you expect to receive it, the same way that I had to deal to make it, you know. So, that's number one. But inflation is big right now. Everybody has that. So, when people spend money on things that are not necessities, I feel like people tend to forget that it's like, it's a plus. So it's not like, I have to have this. I don't need it to survive. I don't need it to live on the next day. This is something that I'm getting by luxury or by choice. You know what I mean? So when it's the extras, that's just how I feel. Being real.
I feel it. I understand. I don't know. I just don't think that the music is gonna hit how it needs to hit for not even for her to act like that, but when groups split up, it's not really like, I don't really know too many groups that like split up and then do super well, like Sway Lee did when Ray Shremmerd broke up. But it's like, what? Even the Migos is like, you know, Offset's just been around, Quavo's just around, so it's like, what are they really doing? I don't see them getting to where they were as together or past that. And I really don't see JT or Carisha really being that big of solo acts. I feel like Carisha might just stop making music altogether, for real. Like, she just might focus solely on podcasts and all that, and probably getting to acting a little more. Not just straight up stopping music, but I feel like music is gonna slow down a lot.
I mean, because at the end of the day, out of all the female rappers right now, even them as a group, it's like you don't really stand out too much. When they first came out, probably they made a small impact, which made people kind of look at them and be like, okay, what's next? But it's like, when I tell people this all the time, like, when you get too far into a break or something like that, it's hard to come back from it. You know, it's hard to, like, be that person. It's hard to regain your composure. It's hard to do all of them things. So, therefore, it's like, if you have a fan base, then it's different. But sometimes even your fan base have moved on. So, it's like, you really have to still be making music, still be making appearances, and still making your life relevant to the fans. Because if once they feel like they left out, or you didn't skip the beat or something like that, it's like, it's easy for them to get hooked on somebody else. And that's all I mean. So, you got to be consistent, number one, but you got to maintain, especially your fan base. And regardless of the fact of if it's new, and it's like new situations and new conversation, even if you make a song about something that's an old situation, you never know who you can touch with it. So, I feel like sometimes y'all wait too long to let a situation occur to y'all so you can have something to think about or have something to sing about. And that's just, like, where it tends to deter. So, therefore, it's like, if you keep stuff in the loop and it's like, you make sure that you as an artist always are true to yourself, then you don't have to worry about what the next person do. You don't have to worry about, you know, how the next person feels and so on and so forth. So forth. But I'm just being real. Like, a lot of people, I feel like, especially, I mean, in general, we make music for other people. So, with that being said, it's like, sometimes y'all can take constructive criticism too literally. And it's okay, but it's like, you still have to be true to yourself. But when you don't know what yourself is, or you don't know what your sound is, or anything like that, you just make anything. So, I'm just being real. Well, what's up, y'all? We got Tim in the building.
What's the deal?
Hey, Tim.
Hey.
I know I missed him. He ain't been here in a minute, but y'all already know he's back and active. So, we was kind of talking about the City Girls split up and stuff like that, and how they would maintain solo and everything like that, and if you think they did better as artists.
Dang, so really, I think, they was better as a group.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Because that's what we know them as. You know what I mean? Nobody really outshadowed each other either in that. You know, you might have your favorite out the group. But at the same time, I mean, you know, you look for the city girls, you hear JT, like, all right, when were you in Miami yet? You know what I mean?
Definitely.
See,
I'm not gonna lie. And even still, it's like I didn't have a favorite out of the two because, like, depending on the song, it was like different. You know, like certain songs, JT was like, okay, her verse was hotter, and then it was like on certain songs, Carisha was better to me. So I feel like they uplifted each other as well as, like, you know, not outshined each other, but it was like, you know, one of their verses was always better. So it's just like depending on the song and depending on what they was rapping about, or could have been the vibes. You know, one of them just could have had an off day and they was recording that day and shit like that happens. So I definitely felt like that, but I'ma just say with their solo careers, I feel like they gonna take different approaches to it and different aspects if they both plan on rapping. I feel like, I don't know necessarily JT. Like, I feel like a lot of people have praised her to be lyrical, so now she got the big head kinda.
Who did that?
You be surprised. Like, the people, definitely. The people did. The people did.
I'll be real. Some of her songs she was on, she had some bars on. Like, she'll go hard.
But
you know?
she wrote a lot of her shit, so it's like when you writing, you don't know how long it take people, you know. Like whenever that song was introduced to them, you don't know if it was 2 months, 2 weeks, 2 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, you know. So we don't know how long she had to write, edit, come back, re-say it, you know what I mean? So when things get like that, it's like you don't know the time frame it took them to master it. So that's the only thing that I kind of get at. But regardless of the fact, it's like I said, it'd be a wishy-washy for me because sometimes Young Miami is more dominant to me and more lyrical, and then sometimes JT be on it.
I've never deep dived into their songs like that before. It was about shaking ass and all this other stuff.
I mean, absolutely.
I watched the ass shaking video and that's about it.
No, absolutely. But it's like, even with ass shaking music, I feel like ass shaking music, people kind of dumb down their lyrics because of some fact they don't feel like nobody's necessarily listening because you're listening to the chorus more or less. But it's like, if it's not something that I can like get jiggy with or I can be accustomed to even, I'm not gonna play it, you know what I mean? But even if I hear it in the club, it's like I don't even know the chorus and shit like that. If I don't know a verse or something, or even parts of it, I don't have to know the verse from finish to end. But it's like, if I don't know a part of the verse, which is not repetitive, like when you have a fucking chorus or a bridge or something like that, it's repetitive. So they say at least more than once or 2 to 3 times at a time. You know what I mean? So you can get more familiar with that than a verse. You take your time to learn it. So that's what I mean when I say that. But for me, it's just like, the city girls, I don't know. They always been like mid in the mix for me.
I call them mid, damn.
Yeah, I'm
hey,
just
it
being
is what
honest.
it is. It's
Like,
a real opinion.
I don't know. Like they never been like a #1 or they never been like dead fucked up. Like you know, they weren't just horrible, but they was like, you know, just hanging on.
Yeah, some listen to, are you in the whip? You know what I'm saying? Turn it on.
But not only that, it's like I said, majority of the time when I hold them, it was in the club. So that was the thing. But it's like some people make club music because they know that's what they can make. If you can't make no music where I'm sitting in the crib and I'm chilling at the end of the day, like I want to hear you on all aspects, then that's different for me. So that's why I mainly like R&B, because even if I am in the club, I can ballroom to R&B. You know what I mean? Certain vibes I can get to R&B. I can sing along to R&B, even when I'm at the crib. So when I hear a certain type of rap song and it's ladies, it's like, it's something that's either going to make me relate or it's going to make me be like, ugh, you know. So that's why I go there with them. But even still, like I said, more or less, with them breaking up, it's like each of them trying to prove a point at this point in time. And JT more or less because of some fact of the statements that she has made. And I feel like Young Miami just living life. That's how I feel. Just being quite honest.
Yeah, it's like they kind of forced the fans to pick a side. Whoever was their fans, you know. And it's like, yeah. Go ahead.
You know, even if you was like they, you know, like you said, forced because if you was a fan together when they was a group, even, and now they not doing shit together. It's like literally they haven't did shit together in about a year now, if not longer.
Yeah, JT got emotional. She been up in the city, you know, going to different clubs and stuff like that. Not saying Young Miami don't. She might be doing other stuff wherever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what we were just saying, like by her podcast and stuff like that. But JT on tour, but even her tour, like when she's supposed to come here, it wasn't no set date. So I don't know when exactly she's supposed to be coming here, but I know it's between like June and July, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know if it was because of time schedule or she just didn't want to release a date since she probably wanted to wait from the week up, but regardless. But Young Miami, like, she ain't been on tour or nothing like that, so, you know. I just feel like she looking for a different bag elsewhere. But it's like competing against somebody that you knew or somebody that you used to deal with almost. It's like a cheat sheet or a cheat code, you know what I mean? Because it's some fact, y'all used to be best friends and you know her weaknesses, you know what can get to her. And even if a person say that they don't, I'm just being real, yes, the fuck you can, because of some fact that it's like you knew what used to trigger her if it was a nigga, a friend, or somebody she looked at a friend or associate, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You being my homeboy, it's like if we on that type of level and I come to you and I talk to you, then you know what gets to me. So the same way on that end, vice versa. And I just feel like JT kind of, I won't say used it to an advantage, but even with the other people like Suki and shit like that, she like, well, you know, when she came up with this song, this track or whatever, and she was like, you know, the bitch broke her veneers on the crab leg. Suki was literally the first person to do that, and you could have been talking about somebody else, but nobody in your particular life with you being, you know, at the stature that you is. It's like, okay, if you are friend, you just in the studio and you said somebody broke their tooth on the crab, we gonna be looking for somebody local. You know, that's our story. Yeah. So therefore, it was like the same situation, but it was just like, you know, in a bigger light. So she like, well, bitch, I'm the only person that broke my fucking tooth on the crab. And so Cardi B did fuck her tooth up because she had veneers too, but it was like on the bag or something that was old or hard. But regardless to the fact, I'm just being real, like, but regardless to the fact, like, listen.
Part of that fucking crab that they was eating.
I do everything but get braces.
Now,
I don't
crab
understand
legs is different. Bagel, I'm like, what the fuck would you eat?
That bitch still eat crab.
Even with my crab, like, when I eat crab legs, I break them with my teeth. I'm not one of them fork and tools.
Oh, you don't yank the motherfucker out?
Yeah, because, like, I grew up in New Jersey, so we used to eat blue crabs a lot. So, before everything. But, yeah, we was, like, one of them crack it with your hands and your mouth and shit like that. Eat everything.
Niggas.
Yeah, nigga stuff.
But, yeah, definitely nigga stuff. So, it's like, I can understand it, is what I'm saying. So, I'm not really oppressed to it. But it's like, when you call something on yourself versus another person that you actually feel like, you know, made you like this something, even when it's literally not like that, a person would try to blame somebody else for the hardships or the position that they in their life or anything else. You know what I mean? So that's where I kind of get at with that situation with JT and Young Miami, because I feel like Young Miami is content. Like, she's fine with wherever she at. She's not, like, trying to force a situation.
She probably paying with a bigger bag than her, too, though.
That, too.
When motherfuckers' money different, they definitely do feel and act different and move different.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's kind of dumb, though. You know what I mean? I guarantee whatever they was beefing over ain't really that serious.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Keith, you feel like Diddy gave her the bag?
Hell yeah.
What? What type of question is that?
I'm just like,
yes. What do you mean? He gave her everything. He gave her a podcast.
I'm just being honest.
And gave her awards for the podcast.
I feel like at the time too, when that situation got brought around, I feel like that was the only bitch he felt like he could trust. So I feel like she probably holding on to shit that he is too.
I wouldn't disagree with that.
I disagree with picking her as the bitch you could trust.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, yeah, let's be realistic, because he been on in the industry forever. She kind of just popped on the scene, kind of. Shit, really, I mean, I feel like with him, he really can't trust nobody.
I would hope so.
I feel like
Yeah, 'cause-
she's definitely like young and dumb. If that makes sense.
Yes, it makes perfect
So it's
sense.
like,
And
if
she gives both of those things, young and stupid.
it was like, if he was like, babe, I need you to go in my safe and get this amount to bail me out, and he had like
Let's say you're
300
million, whatever.
500,000
Yeah.
over that.
Okay.
Not even no millions, just 500,000 over what he sent her to get.
Mm-hmm.
By her knowing code and X, Y, and Z, I feel like she'd go do what she had to do, but she still go back and get that money. And then just disappear. Like, bitch, you stupid? You know what I mean? Like, that's a little dumb. That's a little dumb.
I can see her snitching. I can see her getting in that little room and telling.
Me too.
I mean,
I can see her not taking the money at all.
Like,
Well,
I
at
don't know
least
her to be
taking the
good
money
under
for
pressure.
what it is, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel her getting caught, so it's like, you might as well not. But it's just like, I don't know. I'm just be real. I play for that. I'm praying for that situation because with everything that he got going on, there's more allegations that's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Not only from him, but being real, everybody right now at this point.
So they're broken up now, right? Diddy and her.
I believe
And there
so.
was a couple, man. Let's be
Yeah.
realistic.
Yeah.
They was
okay,
like, Howard,
you
they
know.
had a situation. You
Yeah.
know, there's a lot of that shit going on right now.
I believe they was just having fun. I believe they was
Yeah.
just having fun.
It was.
And
But it was real cool. Like, we friends too. Like, you know, we
that's
tight.
okay. That's okay though. Like when you have a relationship and it's still a relationship because it's between you and another person, that's a relationship. So whether it be a friendship, a best friendship, a actual like, you know, y'all being together, it's still a relationship. That's what people don't understand.
Y'all think they was friends?
No, I'm not saying that.
Oh,
But
okay.
listen, I think they was friends with benefits. That's all I'm saying. I don't think they was girlfriend and boyfriend, but I think to an extent on the sexual behavior, how it went, like they was friends with benefits because of the simple fact, like I'm not obligated to do nothing for you or nothing with you as a friend with benefits. It's sexual mainly, but seeing that the person that you were dating, it's like the extras came with it. You know what I mean? And if you were a bitch with good pussy or something like that, it's like you can be able to ask for the extras. You can be able to be like, okay, I want this, I want that, I want X, Y, and Z. So, I'm just being real. It's just like with her dating the person that she dating on that stature, Diddy, is like you can ask for anything under the sun, and it might be just a test for a bitch. You know what I mean? Just see if she could. And I feel like that's where Young Miami was with that because she's so young-minded. She wasn't asking for shit valuable. Okay, give me a podcast that ended. You know what I mean?
Shit,
You didn't ask for no clothing. I mean, she did if she was doing the right shit, though. Like, she wasn't an actual person that was already, like... If she had a podcast for, like, 3 or 4 years, and then you asked them to, like, come on my show or something like that, and then you boosted it, and then it just elevated it, that's different. But she started the podcast with him. You know what I mean? So, it's like you ran out of celebrities. You ran out of shit to talk about. You ran out of clothes, you ran out of, you know, X, Y, and Z, but even still, that could have been part of the reason because once allegations had got out, you kind of feel bad, too. And when people are doing shit like you, or for you, they expect you to rock with them regardless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm doing this for you, I'm doing X, Y, Z, I'm paying your rent, I'm giving you allowance, whatever it might be. It could be small shit. But they expect you to rock with them no matter how bad, no matter what the situation, no matter true or false, you know. So in that situation, he was going through that sexual assault and sexual case and all that shit. So therefore, it's like, okay, you can either be with me or cannot. And that's why his assistant got fired. He had choreographers that got fired. He had all this other shit. And that's when, if you unseen, when the Cassie story came out, the next thing you know was like one of his assistants or ex-assistants came out. Then there was the next person that was working for him, and it was this and that. Because them people that's actually been around you for years, but they didn't have no reason to turn against you, but they also probably seen the shit.
Hell yeah, you
And that's
did.
the thing, yes. So that's my reason. It's just like, if I'm being the person that I am, it's like, at the end of the day, you pick and choose your battles. Of course, everybody do. But when you are genuinely seeing something go on, and it's like a person can't help themselves, and they do reach out for help, it's like, if you was a worker, you going to take the overstep and be like, yeah, this happened. I seen it. It is what it is. Regardless if you out of a job or not. But some people take their pride and they take their money and they take, their situation more better. So it's like, at the end of the day, I know if I go against this nigga, even though he doing wrong, I might be out of job. So I'm not going to speak it. Yeah. Depending on the situation, or dead. Literally. Yeah. So it's like, I ain't going to speak on that shit, nigga. And they might not feel like their job is worth what they might feel is little.
Or their life.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Because of some fact, a motherfucker groped you. You feel like that's small. But you never know what a person has went through. That bitch could have got raped at 5.
Anything.
You know what I mean? Up until she was 10 years old. It's a lot of stuff that happens to people. So you grabbing a motherfucker's thigh, even if it's minor to you and simple to you, that could be a fucking trigger to people.
Yeah.
And she pull out a knife and come straight to your throat. What the fuck is I'm supposed to do? As an innocent bystander. Same person you want to stick up for you. I'm not saying shit because I don't know the situation, So you don't stick up for one person, but you don't stick up for another person either, because of the simple facts. Like, sometimes when I don't know a situation or I don't know either of the people, I'm neutral. And neutral sometimes comes with silence. Because of the simple fact, I'm not going to broadcast either situation or either side. You know what I mean? You got on a black shirt, you got on an orange shirt. I'm not going to say black. I wear both of them bitches. Absolutely. But I'm not going to say, oh, I like black better. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, I wear both of them. Honestly. Both of y'all shirts cold. I wear both of them bitches. And I'm going to leave it at that. So that's when it comes to a neutral situation. But sometimes it's like when people feel like they have to pick a side, it can cause others to lead to more destruction. If you get what I mean. And therefore it's just like, if you are used to rejection or you're used to people not picking your side, then that'll flip you off, or that'll trigger you to do something, horrible sometimes. And it's like, okay, I'm used to people saying I'm ugly. It's like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like Friday. For real, being real.
Alright.
Them motherfuckers was ugly motherfuckers. The hills have eyes type of shit. Literally.
Yeah.
But that's the shit that drove people to kill, because of the simple fact you would get people that are stranded off the road and shit like that. And they encounter these people and they scared, they scream and shit like that. But even in Friday After Next, for so long, it was a person that he loved. And then it turned enemy because of some fact when she was aware. And it was like, okay, you harmful. You don't care about me. You don't love me.
Yeah.
It just became different. But you can have a person like that. That's horrible to everybody else in the world. But you see the trueness in them. But the thing is, what people don't understand is, when you have a genuine love and you have a genuine person like that, you can love them to the point where if they are evil, or they are vindictive, if they are spiteful, if they are that type of person that do evil shit, because of some like that you are one person that loves them, they won't do that shit. They won't act on it. They won't be that person. You know what I mean? Because they are receiving love from somebody, even if it's just some fucking body. But it's the people in this world that have literally nothing. Yeah. And those are the people that go crazy and do things of that nature and shit like that. But sometimes those are people that's kind to other people too. So, therefore, it's like, you have to pick and choose your battles, but not only that, you have to see people for what they are for. And if people don't understand that, it's like, y'all give passion to a lot of people that need to be disciplined, need to be punished for the shit that they do. And I don't feel like a lot of people are actually taking advantage for that. You know what I mean? Especially as grown people. Because of some fact, we do shit as young people, we do shit, even as teenagers, you get a pass to a certain age. But I feel like people don't know the limits of grown. And it's like, even with you, shit, you working where you work. Nigga, I used to work in Miss Columbia. So I know. A lot of people lack common sense. A lot of people lack, this common courtesy, even. You know what I mean? So that's number one. Like, when you going into a job, but you encounter stupid people all day.
Hell yeah,
and you don't choose to.
Dealing with the public and plus people, the employees. I mean, Yeah. Your workers that work with you and everything.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Just shopping on the regular. Even if you go into a liquor store, you might encounter somebody stupid. You might encounter somebody that lacks common sense. So, just living your everyday life, that's the thing that goes on. But you don't choose to punch them in the face. You just choose to separate yourself, if that makes sense. So, therefore, it's like, I feel as if some people choose to make their life difficult. And, with the soul and Ho situation, with like Young Miami and JT going back there, it's like when you first off, I feel like they may have developed a relationship when they were a younger age too. So now that they are maybe in their 20s and things like that, your mindset changes and you might not agree as to certain shit as your best friend might agree on. When y'all was 16, 17, y'all might have had the same views, but when you get older and shit like that, your mindset changes, and some people stay the same. So just because yours stay the same, it's not up to me to feel the same way you feel. And some people can get through that, but some people want friends that genuinely just wholeheartedly agree on every fucking thing. And even if you have a spouse, you're not going to agree on everything. So therefore, it's like, for that situation, I don't know. I feel like it developed from not only music, but the people they was dating. On top of JT going to jail. You know what I mean? They went through different experiences in years. And like I said, with JT and her boo, that nigga actually did jail time. And he paint his nails. He vogue when he on stage at his concerts. He do a lot of fruity shit. I'm just being real. But it's like, with Carisha, you didn't actually have a boyfriend. You didn't actually give it a title. But you was dealing with somebody who was known for sexual activity. Not only that, but, you know what I mean? It's just like, amongst other things, you know. So, therefore, it's like, neither one of y'all is the best or the brightest, you know. So, I don't feel like neither one of y'all life is perfect. So, I don't feel like they should judge each other. But if you are my friend, I'm going to suggest a certain thing. I'm going to give you some insight. But if you choose to do what you want to do, that's fine. But if it start reflecting on us as a group, like if we rapping together or something like that, and it start reflecting on, okay, as city girls, you know what I mean? But after this day and age, even with Ray Sermon or whatever, like being real, I didn't know the niggas was two different people. I didn't know that was a group. For like 5 or 6 years.
Real, that's funny
no
as
cap.
hell.
Not even being real. Like seriously, I didn't know they was a group for 5 or 6 years. So when they did do certain shit, that's how I found out that they was like two different people. Because one of them did something, and I think it was like a drag race or something like that, and it came into the news and into the media, and it was like such and such name of Ray Sermon.
You
And
ever
I
watched
was
the
like,
video and saw two people?
I mean, like no, but see, I'm gonna be real. Like after a certain point in time, I wasn't really a big music video fan. Like I watched music videos when it was like BET was popular, BET After Dark and shit like that, but MTV and shit. But literally, probably my last 3 to 4 years, I wasn't really strong on music videos unless it was like something that was like they dropped snippets of and I wanted to watch it,
And
or
the song was really hard. Like,
it was like like Cardi B or something like that. Like literally, them was type of people was like, okay, I was looking or waiting on it to release or debut. So other than that, it was just like, you know, it just came and it went. So I wasn't that music video person for a while, but I listened to songs that debuted and shit like that. So even still was like, when I did see the music videos, still like it might not have related. So that didn't matter. It was just like, okay, I seen where you going, but I can tell the person from their energy, you know, on the song even. So that's just how I feel about that whole group. Like after a while, it started to deteriorate. It started to be different. When JT first got out of jail, it was a total different riot. It was a total different, you know, like lyrics and everything. Like they was rapping off each other. You know what I mean? Like you would say some shit, and then if I'm coming behind you, I'm semi-rapping about the same shit. Like it was like Young Miami was rapping about equality, friends, and having fun, and then JT was rapping about being left alone, her being by herself, and fuck niggas. So when you on one song and you're not really, you know, the even not even a meaning, but it's like you just have a scheme to a song. You know what I mean? So even when you got 4 and 5 niggas on a different song, it's like you still gotta rap around the same range or whatever. Like Deuces with Chris Brown.
Yeah.
When he did that remix, he still had everybody rapping about a breakup or them breaking up, or if they had a bitch, the bitch wasn't that good. Wasn't nobody on there like, yeah, my bitch love me, and you know, yeah, my bitch cook dinner every day. It wasn't no positive shit. It was like, bitch, you run me on the trip, you do this, you get irritated. Other bitches, you know, the next nigga was like chucking up the deuces. It was like everybody was getting the fuck on from a motherfucker that they didn't really care for. So it wasn't no different type of vibe. If you about this song, you rapping about this song, and the vibe gonna stay the same throughout the song. It's like if us three did a fucking song. Seriously. You know what I mean? And they be like, okay, well, what's going to be the topic? She going to pick a topic, and we're going to all stay on that topic. You ain't about to be rapping about fucking hoes. You ain't rapping about fucking these hoes, and I'm going to be rapping about being in love with these hoes. That's dumb as hell. Never mind what the fuck was she rapping about, you know?
Kind of contradict itself.
It's definitely. So, that's how I feel like that's how it was in their music, but then it start to get different because the some fact was like they wasn't on the same page. When you got one person that's in love and the one person that's like fuck niggas, it can still be a thing, but it's like if we don't get on the same page at some point, you know what I mean? Because even if you're not like necessarily going through it in your life, you know what I mean, you can maybe still rap about it. You've been through it before. Even if you haven't been through it before, if this is a song that we making, you know what I mean? You might have wanted us to make a happy song. Alright, bitch, we making this type of song. Nah. But if you agree to do it and if you agree to be a part of it, then you have to get into fucking character. That's just my whole thing. And I feel like some of them don't know how to do that.
Yeah, they probably got their whole algorithm threw off though, you know? And plus, outside of them, kind of slightly different. They got 2 different lives. Carisha got a kid, right? They probably growing apart from each other. She getting a little bit older. She probably want to talk about the same shit. She like, bitch, we didn't rap about this on A Records. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Let's switch this shit up a little bit.
But then, too, like I said, JT went to jail.
That's what I'm saying.
I think what she do, like 2 or 3 years?
I think 2.
Something like that. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, when she got back out, she had a different mindset. And just moving like that.
I feel like she might have been stuck, too. From, like, when she went to jail. You know how you be stuck in that year?
Yeah, niggas be stuck in time.
Yeah, that year
shit
that she went to jail. So, it's like, you don't know how things elevated because you don't have phones. Like, y'all have TV to a certain extent, but it's mainly, like, news outlets and shit like that.
It's old shit.
Yeah.
Oh, then we got cassette tapes in that bitch.
Okay, what new people wearing and shit like that, and what new songs out and shit. So, I feel like that could be spiteful also, too. And I feel like when she got out, she wanted to go for a different target audience. So when you got somebody that's not on the same page as you, it's just like it makes shit harder. But I'm just be real, that's when people gotta understand with groups. It's like they can be hit or miss. So you gotta understand that mainly. That's number one. Y'all can agree to disagree. When it's 2 people period, you're not gonna be like always agree. 100%. So it's like y'all have to come to a common ground. And when y'all do, if you hear a beat, depending on how y'all process is, it's like if you hear a beat and it's like you might feel like, oh, this is twerk anthem type shit. Like, yeah, well they bitches to shake their ass to this. She might feel like, okay, this a fuck your baby daddy anthem. You know what I mean? So it's like even there from jump you start in conflict. So therefore it's like if you can't come to a common ground or a common, you know, courtesy and just like be able to be aware of what y'all both want, it's not gonna ever get nowhere. I'ma just be real. Because of some fact, y'all gonna always be arguing. And that goes for friendship, that goes for relationship, situationship, shit, even family sometimes. Because at the end of this shit, every time I don't agree with my motherfucking mama. I be like, girl, you know, not need to do that. Like, you're doing too much. But that's a step that she want to take. I want to make her happy. I'm just doing it. But being real, especially in a relationship, us females tend to take stuff extra hard sometimes. So, when you don't listen.
Yeah, y'all like to let shit go sometimes too. That's fucked up. But
I'm one of them ones. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, at least stop letting it fuck the bag. Cause that show they just did.
Show did.
I'm not
Who?
listening to no damn JT. I don't want to hear. Turn around
That's
and
what
shake ass. That's what y'all do.
That's
You
what
didn't even
niggas
do it
used
that
to.
long. That's what you do. Do that.
I ain't gonna lie. I mean, that's not the first group I done seen that didn't really care for each other. I mean, they didn't stick around really though. That's the thing. So, but I done seen groups that really didn't give a fuck. Shit, they ain't come to see you, Otis. Fuck is you talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Them
The
niggas
niggas
was together for
doing
a
drugs,
while after that. You know
hated
what
each
I mean?
other. Still can't
Hated
do a
each
show.
other, but it's like they still stuck together. Even the Jackson 5.
Yeah.
And they was siblings. They was fucking siblings. So let's just be real. But all I'm saying is when you look at the bigger fucking picture, you have to. That's it. You gotta look at the bigger fucking picture. And when you don't see it, then therefore the discipline don't come in. So even if you got a excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. Even if you got a motherfucker that you can't stand, it's like we making this money or we doing this experience. Even if y'all not making money yet, it's like the recognition and X, Y, and Z. You a spot closer than where you were before. So it's a lot of different shit. But just like you said, so definitely with the artist situation, it's like I'ma just say this: a lot of people feel like they're the main character.
Me. Or they ain't. They want to be the main character.
Yeah. Yeah. You feel like that's you. So, even if you do have main character status, it might not be appropriate at the time. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta wait for us to have a fan base. You know, I'm the only bitch that's a star right now. And some people don't get that. It's like, okay, you doing X, Y, Z, I can help this. But you don't always know what people want, depending on your target audience and the customers that you are singing to. So when you get in an instance where it's like, this is the first opportunity that's presented to you, and it could be in a fucking nightclub. If y'all a fucking family band like the Jackson 5s, ain't nobody gonna want to see no fucking Jackson 5 at no club. Just being real. Y'all might go to a community barbecue, picnic, or something like that. A marathon run. You know, it's community shit. So, okay, the Jackson 5 performing, that's different. I'm drunk. I'm not trying to see no fucking kids on stage. Just being real.
Yeah.
So, it's like, people don't get that when you are doing regular shit. So, you have to factor in what you would choose to see to do fundraisers, to do extracurricular activities, even. But I don't feel like a lot of that's done in our community no more anyways. But just seeing is like, if you choose to do anything, regardless if you have a spouse or not, what y'all have to understand is you are not by yourself. So sometimes compromise has to come. And therefore, you might win this time, she might win the next time, and sometimes y'all might come to agreement where both of y'all win. Or sometimes y'all might come to agreement where neither one of y'all win. But being grown comes with compromisation. Regardless if it's your spouse, like I said, your friend, your cousin, anything. Like, you can just choose to go out, and your homeboy want to go to a certain club, you want to go to a certain club, and we like, alright, fuck it. Well, can they smoke in here? Because I just want to smoke. That's the only reason I want to go to this club. He be like, yeah, you can smoke in there. Alright, fuck it, let's go there. You didn't even know. You know, you didn't even realize, but you came to a compromisation to the point where you was okay with being okay somewhere else as long as you can do X, Y, and Z. So therefore, that's when it comes to compromisation. And people don't understand that. It's the same way in a fucking relationship. Especially if you live together, it's like, okay, you don't want chicken tonight, I don't want chicken tonight. Alright, let's have hamburgers, or whatever the case, and that's cool with you? Alright, fuck it, let's have hamburgers. But not only that, it's just even on top of anything else. Like, you might not feel like washing the dishes. I might not feel like washing the dishes. Alright. Well, we just gonna leave them for tomorrow. But before I cook dinner tomorrow, you wash the dishes and I'm cooking dinner. You know?
Yeah.
It's the mutual agreement and mutual of acceptance, or, you know, just having a fucking conscience of what's going on. But like I said, a lot of times you're not dealing with one fucking person.
Nah.
So therefore you have to please another person, and it's not about just you. So when y'all come to a compromise, it helps out. And people don't understand that, but you don't have to do that with if you have kids, with your kids. But if you choose to, it's the same thing. It just make life easier. Because at the end of the day, you can ask your kids, you want a turkey sandwich and cheese, or you want peanut butter and jelly? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You still get to know their preferences. You have both available, but if it's like, okay, I only got ham and cheese in the refrigerator, I'm like, I'm making ham and cheese for today, and that's what you're gonna eat. But if you have that option, then you give them the option. You know? Same way if you financially stable or something like that. If you're able to be like, you know, I can get you this and I can do this, then you're going to do stuff for your household. But it's like, if you're not able, then you're going to make it clear. And I feel like that's where a lot of people lack. So.
Yeah, that compromise is a strong ass word though. I can't stand that shit sometimes.
Being fucking real.
Yeah, for real.
Because it can come on all aspects.
Yeah.
It don't have to always be your spouse. Like, you can compromise with your mama. You know, being real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And mamas is obligated. They feel obligated a lot of times. You know, so it's like, if I be like, okay, you cook certain shit, like you cook the sides, and you living in a relationship, you cook the sides, I'm gonna cook the meat. You know, that's a compromise. Or I'm gonna cook, you do the dishes at the end of the night. You know what I mean? I don't have to do both. We both worked all day. It is what it is. You know, you come to a compromisation, but when you have situations where you cannot do that, it's just like out the fucking window. I'm gonna just be real, because of the simple fact of, it's like when a lot of shit depends on one person, eventually, even if they comfortable with doing it, they are gonna get tired. And if you have that person that's used to compromisation, or it's like, I'm gonna do one or the other, they not used to holding their own or doing everything, then it's like, shit not gonna get done. So you back doing it regardless. So if you can take the stress off yourself sometimes, when it's like, okay, you do this, I'm gonna do that, then do so. Compromisation is definitely a plus, even with parenting.
Yeah, I believe in exercising your strengths though too.
Yeah.
But also, like I said, delegating certain tasks sometimes do make sense. But again, you don't always want to do, let's say if you the cook, right?
Yeah.
You don't always want to be the one cooking. You know, it's just hard though. Like I said, I hate compromise on certain levels and things. If I don't feel like doing it, I'm not doing it.
But that's how I feel like if you are the main lead to cook all the time, and it's like you just not feeling, you feel like you need a break or something like that, then, okay, I'm going to just be like, the compromise would be me cooking something that I know how to cook. If you was planning on cooking fucking, you know, with some type of signature meal or something that's not really like easy in 1-2 steps, I'd be like, all right, babe, it's some chicken in the freezer or some chicken in the fridge or whatever. I can fry some chicken, I can make some white rice, some gravy, and a little salad. And you be like, all right, I'm fine with that, because of the simple fact, you don't feel like it, but you're not complaining because it's not the gourmet meal that you was gonna try to make or whatever you had in mind, but because you didn't feel like getting, you know, standing on your feet, and I just offered to cook, you're going to eat it. That's compromisation. But a motherfucker be like, okay, I cook all the time, this and that, and then they offer to cook, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna cook some chicken, I'm gonna cook some regular white rice, some fucking packaged gravy or whatever, but I don't cook like you. But it's like, you are appreciative because of some fact you just didn't have to get off your feet today. And some people would be like, well, this shit is processed. You got you know, bottled gravy. You know, you got bottled gravy and shit like that, and this and that. It's different shit. Yeah. So it's like a person could complain about what you was tempted to do, what you tried to do with the kindness of your heart, or something that you're just not used to every day. You know what I mean? But it's like, that's the difference in people. And that's why I say it takes two to tango. It takes two in a couple. Because even regardless, like, you have appreciation for a person, but you have some people that's generally just like, they have a certain standard and they're going to stand on it. So if that's the case, you need to date somebody that has that standard, you know? Sometimes people fall short of what the expectation is, but it can still be acceptable. If that's what, you know, makes sense. Acceptable is okay. So, I just feel like people feel like they should be treated way more than what the fuck they deserve sometimes.
Yeah, what about just setting them expectations from the get up too, though? But, you know, shit changed, though. Because, you know, as long as you getting along right now, it's cool. A year later, just like with the Young Miami situation and shit, right? They might have had to understand when they first got the, all right, girl, look, we're going to have this group. We're going to do this, and that. Then a year go by, and I was like, oh, damn. you know what, fuck it, I don't want to do that shit no more. Fuck the whole little thing up. So now you back to square one and starting over with some new shit, and you ain't liking it, but she liking it. And it's like, damn, you know, fuck it. Eventually, that shit go dwindle down.
Yep. And I'm gonna be honest. I feel like with Young Miami situation, I feel like that's how it occurred. Because when JT got released from jail, she like spoke on it a lot of times, but she didn't really have a lot of shit popping. But it's like, even if it's not a relationship like boy and girl, it could be a friendship almost too. Because, like you said, if you're not really on the same page and it's like you liking something and another person not, it's like even if y'all come up with the idea initially together, like time passes and life changes differently for others. So, regardless of the fact, this could be working for me, I can be doing this, I can be doing that, but even if we start this together, it might not still be working out for you, if that makes sense. So, therefore, it's like they mindset change and they want to do something different. But it's like, because it's working for her, she the main character, but you like the extra. So, people like that vibe. So, she wanted to keep it going, especially because it's some facts like, okay, people don't love this dude, you know, but you're not getting the main reaction. You're not getting the main attention. You're not getting, you know, the main acknowledgement. So, it's like, well, she being the main, even though they still love us, technically, it's like, I'm not getting a wholehearted relationship. It might be something that she's just not agreeing with. And then it's like, when she steps back or steps out, then now you have the whole thing falling apart. You know what I mean? So that's what people don't understand. Sometimes getting into business, doing anything with another person, it's always like that. And that's kind of been one of my fears because of some facts, like, even with renting an apartment or anything like that, it's like, you know, when you have two people, expenses, expenses are less.
Yeah, it's easy.
So, it's the same way with expectations. So, when you do something like a podcast or a show or a fashion show or whatever the fuck it may be, and you have a friend that's helping you through it, or you have this and that, it's like, okay, you can lower your expectation to an extent to the point where it's like, this person is going to have my back. This person is going to pick up where the fuck I need them to. So, therefore, when you're doing something solely by yourself and you know you don't have help, you know, you tend to go hard for your own. You tend to be like, okay, I can't mess up no expect. Because nobody's coming behind me and checking me. Nobody is messing up my secondhand mistakes. Nobody is doing X, Y, Z. You get what I mean? So, therefore, it's like, in their instance, I feel as if they kind of did the bare minimum. Because if you rapping on something, I'm rapping on something. And you go first before me, you rap, and that motherfucker just...
Yeah.
That shit is blazing. It's hard. Like, everything you saying, that bitch, that verse cold. So I come and I'm like, I'm mid. Shit. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't got to do too much. Because this bitch gonna make motherfuckers listen to the song just off her verse. You know what I mean? So you come in that bitch and you doing regular shit. Like, you're not trying too hard. You're not, you know, you ain't trying to match her energy even. Like, you just like, okay, fuck it. You already did enough. You have people that are like that. You have people that have that work ethic. You have people that have that mindset. So, therefore, it's like, when you work with people, you have to work with people on the same level as you. You have to work with people on the same mindset as you. And you have to work with people on the same work ethic as you. Because if you always on her and I'm half-assing, you know what I mean? Why the fuck is you going to keep on to work with me if you basically carrying the show by yourself?
Yeah.
You know, like, shit, I really don't need this person. Shit, I can do this shit on my own. I don't need her opinion. I don't need her input. I don't need this and that because she's barely there. She's barely input. She's barely, you know. So, I feel like that's the same way with them on a friendship and on the business aspect of it. Because of some fact, you are dealing with somebody that you have been dealing with years, but y'all been friends on top of business partners. So, therefore, it's like, okay, we doing this and we doing that, but I can tell that you're not real. I can tell that you're not being genuine because of some fact they've been friends first. If that makes sense. So when I see my friend, it's like, I know how you be, bitch. I know how you be when you like some shit. I know how you be when you might like a nigga. I know how you be when you like a job. I know how you be you actually interested in something. So I can tell you're not interested in this. So You might fall back. You might choose to do whatever it is that you choose to do. But when you do stuff with friends, it's totally different. And that's why I always tell people don't mix business with pleasure. And business and pleasure don't always mean a person you fucking.
Yeah.
That can be a family member. That can be a friend. That can be, a relationship, a sexual relationship. And the reason that I say that is because if you was to own a business out of your soul name, that you started from the ground, and you try to look out for somebody that's your friend or your family, you know what I mean? It's like, sometimes you have motherfuckers that's genuine workers that's going to do what they do, that's going to be above and beyond regardless. But you have motherfuckers that's going to be like, oh, this is my cousin's spot, this is my son's spot, or this is whoever's spot. Like, you know what I mean? And they going to do the bare minimum. Now you have regular employees that you done hired, and they're around this bitch going above and beyond, and they see Lil Ray Ray doing the bare fucking minimum, and they got a fucking problem with you, and they bring it to your attention. And now you gotta come to your cousin, and you gotta fucking address him, and you gotta say, well, I'm gonna step your game up, I'm gonna have to let you go. And it's like, it's an issue because you gotta let me go. But you the one that's doing half-ass. You the one that's around this bitch playing. You the one that's making me fucking look bad. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So therefore it's like, what the fuck is I'm supposed to do?
Shit, get rid of their ass.
I'm not saying it that nice as you saying it. I'm if you my family, I'm on you harder than everybody else.
Absolutely, I agree.
But you should have a common courtesy as let's just say you got a business, right, and I'm working for you. As you being my cousin, I should automatically want to come in that bitch and treat that shit like it's my own. I ain't gonna just slack off, because like you said, if you fall, we fall, I fall, we all fucked up. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I feel like that just should be automatic. That shouldn't even have to be told. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That shit there, right there, just irritating the motherfucker, though. But I feel for people who be in that position, though, especially, you know what I'm saying, somebody that's, like you said, they the boss or whatever, and they gotta come down and tell this motherfucker, like, dog, you my motherfucking nephew, nigga, what the fuck? Are you my motherfucking niece, or however it go?
Yeah, but you'd be surprised because you having a situation that you have, you being an owner, you supervisor, whatever position that you have, you know what I mean? People will go other places, and then work, and then they get fired, and then they want to come to you as their last resort and be like, damn, can you get me hired in? Because they know you the supervisor, they know you at a higher status, you know that you the owner, you know what I mean?
Fuck your name up in that bitch.
My brother, my family member ain't gonna turn me. My uncle ain't, my great uncle, this and that. They ain't gonna turn me away. Shit, let me go get a job here because I know you work here. But that be their last resort. Like, nigga, you weren't trying to get money from me from the beginning. You weren't trying to work with me from the beginning when you was looking for a job. You trying to look for me now when you done fucked up, basically. Yeah. And that's not cool. And that's how I feel about people. Like, nigga, don't come to me when you down and out.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy too though? Some people go harder for other people though. Like,
absolutely.
Listen, like, you ever got? I know everybody probably went through this. You might.
I'm about to say we go harder for other people.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But let's just say a situation like this, you might got a group of people y'all fuck with. They fuck with you like this, but it be a motherfucker that ain't even really, they real cool with that. They been knowing us for 10, 15 years. This motherfucker, they been knowing 2, 3 months. These motherfuckers older every day, helping them out, and that bitch cutting their lawn, all type of shit.
Swear to God.
Like, damn, nigga, like, shit, we can, you know.
I got a friend like that. Bitch ask me for gas money every time. It's a better group of friends. Them bitch don't ask them for gas money, lunch money, nothing. Nothing.
Damn.
Nothing.
I was about to say, I ain't been around everybody, but we are bad for that. I don't know what it is about when we try to work together.
Groups of people, but
yeah, I get ready to see energy.
But then we get around other races and we just the hardest working ass nigga and polite and all this old.
He worked like a nigga fresh out of jail.
Yeah, like, bro, why you didn't just do that over here? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what is you just?
They might not respect it as much. Just like this, why like with the work effort, like, right? Oh, this my uncle shit. This my cousin shit. You know what I mean? Fuck it. He be alright. He cool.
It's your cousin shit, not yours. Yeah. I never understood that.
Oh yeah, me neither.
I never, and I partially disagree with what you were saying. If you, my thinking, that business and personal mixes perfectly. If you can't mix it, you bad at business. That's my theory. Cause if
depends on the person.
If me, you, and her all cousins.
Yeah.
And we at a job. That don't got shit. We ain't shit at this job. We work together. You ain't my cousin. You Mr. Such and Such. Yeah. Now when we leave, you cousin again.
Yeah.
But under here, nigga, you another motherfucking worker. I expect you to do the same shit that the white boy that just came from across town to get a job do, and the other nigga that just applied yesterday. You ain't shit to me here. You being my cousin, that got you a phone call first. That got you hired before everybody else. That got you considered first. Yeah. And I didn't have to look at your application because you're my cousin. That's as far as cousin go. When we working, you ain't supposed to be shit to me. You not my brother, you not my cousin or a female, you not my girlfriend or wife or sister. You is another motherfucking worker. That's how it's supposed to be. And like she said, like you said, you my cousin. I shouldn't have to look at you to see who the fuck ain't working. Oh, I know cuz working. Cause cuz know how much this mean to me. And cuz know all the favors I put in for him.
Or something like that.
I know it ain't cuz ain't the one fucking up. Yeah. I just know it ain't. It's gotta be one of y'all, cause cuz already know. Mm-hmm. That's just my personal thing. And she know. You work with motherfuckers long enough, y'all get personable. Mm-hmm. At some point, y'all go out to eat after work.
Yep.
Stories get, you man, my fucking mama and da-da-da-da. Now you know the mama. Motherfucker might, husband or boyfriend might come by. Oh, this is such and such. Now you meeting motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. You get personable if you work with motherfuckers long enough. That's just my theory. Yeah. It worked fine. It's just certain motherfuckers, like you said, certain people don't know how to handle certain shit.
Absolutely.
You gotta be an adult to mix in that type of shit in the workplace.
Yeah, and it kind of go back to what she was saying too about expectations from the get up.
Yeah.
You know, I guess when having expectations, you kind of gotta know what that person about. Like we really innately know for real. Like, we know this motherfucker work about 50% of the time for real. Mm-hmm. We know they ain't shit on that. I wouldn't dare put this motherfucker in this situation. I know they gonna fuck up. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So here we gonna put you over here and let you do this. Mm-hmm. Exercise your strengths and don't fuck with nothing over here.
It's like even if you invite somebody on somewhere on a personal level, like you said, it's like if I invite you to my motherfucking wedding or something, you know? Yeah. Like, I'm going to invite you to the wedding to be a guest. I'm not going to invite you to the wedding to do shit. You ain't going to be no best man, do nothing like that. You know what I mean? Because I know you do the bare minimum. I want motherfuckers to going to uplift me during this time. Mm-hmm. And my time on top of, just being there. So, nigga, you going to be doing your own damn thing. I'm not going to expect that out of you. And the same thing, you get a job, you know. And people do that shit all the time. I'm not even going to cap. Like, literally. Motherfuckers see you as team lead, see you as supervisor or something somewhere, and they be like, hey, bro, get me in. Hey, bro, do this. Hey, do this. Like, bro, come on. But you know damn well, like, bitch, you don't work at the job you got now. Why the fuck would I hire you? Why the fuck would I come bring you the fuck over here? I tell people that shit all the time. I don't give a fuck. I'm not about to spare your life, bitch. I will hurt the fuck out your feelings. Bitch, you not gonna hurt mine then. You gonna trick me out of the fucking job trying to get you a job?
And see that's not a person. That's a bad business decision, not a personal decision.
It's horrible.
I wouldn't put that under. Being real because you just hired a bad employee.
Absolutely.
That's a dumb business.
And that's the thing. What people don't understand, especially like that's like you being a fucking coach on the fucking football or basketball team. You new coach, and the first thing you do is hire a motherfucker's fuck. That's like you hiring a drunk motherfucker or something like that. And I'm like, this the motherfucker that you hired to play with y'all. This the motherfucker you hired to be on your team. Mm-hmm. Like what? This motherfucker show up late, then do the bare minimum, this, that. Mm-hmm. Same fucking way. So that's your first impression. No, bitch, not with you. Go home, play with somebody else. I'm not doing it.
You can come
and
to games.
And then y'all just fuck around and be mad.
Yeah, you come to games.
Y'all fuck around and be mad when the motherfucker don't pick you.
Oh, he acting new. He acting funny. He got there right.
And yes, I am.
Yeah, yep.
I ain't acting.
This ain't new. Whatever, yeah.
This is for real.
This ain't acting.
I ain't acting.
You got me fucked up. You think I'm about to be on this bitch taking the motherfucking loss for you? No. Because you're not going to come pay my bills. You ain't going to come cut my grass. You ain't going to come up my land. None of that shit. You're not going to put food in my refrigerator. When I get fired. Bitch, if you're without a job, you've been without a job. That's why you're in the situation you're in now. But you're not going to come mess up my shit. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm not looking out for no motherfucker that I know don't have no type of work ethic. Like, now if you genuinely just are a good worker, you come to work on time, and unfortunate situation just happened, that's different. But if I know from jump that you just not that type of motherfucker, you don't got to work on time, your work ethic is shitty as hell. You always got a reason to call up work, come to work late, you come to work and then do the bare minimum, like shit like that. I'm not going to be like, yeah. You know, oh, your name got put in the motherfucker. Yeah, get him. No, bitch, you gonna be on the waiting list. Mm-hmm. Stop playing with me.
That's right. I had people like that when I started working here. Oh, bro, let me get in there. No, nigga. You don't work the job you got.
That part.
You come visit. You could jump on the mic and talk shit if you want to. You're not gonna work here, though.
Not on me.
Not doing that.
Cause you know what to expect.
Yeah, I know what you expect. It's the reason you asked me for a job. Cause you already telling me about the
and that be the thing, you think saying, so you think you're gonna come here and do the bare minimum. And that's the problem. Like, bitch, you tired in your job, so you think you about to come in here? No, that's not that. Bitch, stay where you at. Do the bare minimum there, because if they fire you, it is what it is. I fire you, it's going to lose a friendship. You know? Y'all don't be thinking about the bigger picture. Y'all be trying to work for y'all friends and family, and y'all be putting them in harder situations than they got to be. Because when y'all go in that bitch and y'all do the bare minimum, I got to look at you in your face as a family and be like, damn, niece, you got to fucking go. Damn, cuz, you got to fucking go. I'm sorry, but this not that.
Here go the backlash. She got me fired.
Hey, look, listen.
Hey, she got me fucking fired.
Fuck that, cuz, Mr. Johnson. I gotta let you go.
No big deal, but then you still gotta deal with that shit at the family reunion or the 4th of July, Juneteenth, barbecue, whatever the fuck. It's like, damn, cuz
y'all ain't even sitting together.
You not fucking with that motherfucker. He ain't fucking with me. He ain't talking to me. He won't even ask me to fucking baby.
But like you said, though, when we go to the job, you are this and that. When we outside here, then we cut.
Yeah, you cut.
Keep that shit, but
I'll be my other job.
That's what people don't understand.
But business-wise, oh yeah,
motherfucker. You ain't nigga, you Mr. Such and Such. You ain't shit.
Hell yeah.
And fuck that family reunion shit. These niggas know your ass don't work. Their auntie and them know your ass a bad worker.
Yeah.
They already know. They told me I'm hiring you, dog, because
we done did it anyway.
Yeah,
I'm like, job walking that bitch like, what's up, cuz?
That right there?
You know, come in, dap you and shit. Come set my shit. Like, what the fuck is you doing? Literally. Like, nigga, I'm not your cousin right now.
No.
I'm not. Literally. I'm your fucking supervisor. Act like it.
Yeah, you might get fired off that. I ain't
your supervisor, your regular supervisor, you didn't know this nigga.
And then,
why are you doing that to me?
And you know what else gonna happen too? Everybody else around looking like, oh look, he giving her extra treatment.
Yeah.
Just because,
for nothing.
Yeah. Even if it gave you nothing. You could have gave motherfucker a bottle of water.
I think they never handed me no water.
But he came to ask for it too. Like, damn, cuz you ain't me no fucking bottle of water, bitch. I've been here all day.
Alright, that's twice.
You know, that's how cuz be. That's how cuz be.
Easy to cuz be twice.
That's how cousins be like, damn, bitch, you know, fucking bottle of water, bitch. Like, damn, cause you my cousin. Nigga, I don't get nobody in this bitch a bottle of water. You think you special? So that's how shit get. But it's like, literally, you gotta be careful. Friends and family. Alright, we gonna be right back. We get into another music break. Don't go nowhere. Don't go anywhere.